Welcome back, students. It's your English class, and today we are going to discuss the topic kinds of sentences. Before I start the topic, let me remind you what is sentence. Look at the screen and read these words. Full apples, the basket is off. Do these words make any sense? No, they are not making any sense. And now read the same words in another order. The basket is full of apples. Do these words make sense? Yes, they make complete sense. So, we see that when the words are placed in their proper order, they form what is called a sentence. So students, a group of words that has a complete meaning is called a sentence. Students, here we have some points that you should remember while you are making any kind of sentence. First point, the words must be placed in their proper order to make complete sense. It means whenever you are going to make any kind of sentence, always put all the words in proper order to make complete sense, to make a complete meaning. If the words are not in right place, they will not give us any sense. So always put all the words in right place. Second point, the first word must be begins with the capital letter. It means a sentence always starts with capital letter. And third point, a full stop, question mark or exclamation mark must be placed at the end of the sentence. It means whenever we are going to close the sentence, we have to mark a full stop, question mark or exclamation mark at the end. Now it's time to go to the topic, and the topic is kinds of sentences. Students, there are 4 kinds of sentences. How many kinds of sentences are there? Yes, there are 4 kinds of sentences. First one is declarative sentence. Second one is interrogative sentence. Third one is imperative sentence. And fourth one is exclamatory sentence. Now it's time to explain all these. First one is declarative sentence, that is also known as assertive sentence. A sentence that states or declares something is called declarative sentence. And students, this is the most common sentence. We mostly use this kind of sentence. It makes a statement, it tells us something. Most important thing, it tells us something. It ends with full stop. It can be positive or negative. Clear? And the structure is subject plus verb plus object. This is the structure of declarative sentence, and it is also known as assertive sentence. Clear? For example, he is a good boy. Students, you can see this sentence tells us something. And structure, first of all we have subject, that is he here. Then we have verb, that is, and after verb we have object. It is a positive sentence. Now go to the next one. She did not complete her work. You can see this sentence also tells us something. And here we have words did not. It shows that it is a negative sentence. And the structure is also same, subject, verb and object. Next, I like reading. It is a positive sentence. and it states something. Next one, I do not like reading. I don't like reading. Here we have word don't that tells us it is a negative sentence. Next, I met my friend yesterday. This sentence also tells us something and it is a positive sentence. Next, I didn't meet my friend yesterday. Here you can see we have words didn't. It shows that it is a negative sentence. Okay, students? So all these sentences state something, all these sentences declare something. So you can say all these sentences are declarative sentences. Next kind is imperative sentence. A sentence that expresses a command, a request, advice, or a desire is called an imperative sentence. You can see, students, there are so many sentences that expresses a command, request, advice, or a desire. These kind of sentences are called imperative sentences. And imperative sentence always tells us to do something. Okay, and mostly it ends with a full stop. We always mention full stop at the end of imperative sentences, and imperative sentences can be positive or negative. Structure: base verb plus object. Students, in imperative sentences mostly there is no subject. Do you know why there is no subject? Yes, because the subject is understood. Here we have you as subject. Because we give command or request or advice to second person always. Okay? Examples: show me your notebook. This sentence shows us a command. Next, wear helmet while driving. And this sentence tells us about the advice. Next, give me a glass of water, please. This sentence shows us request. And last one, get out of this room. This sentence also shows us a command. And because all these sentences shows us command, advice or request, so these are examples of imperative sentences. Next kind is exclamatory sentence. A sentence that expresses a sudden and strong feeling, emotion or surprise is called exclamatory sentence. You can see, students, all the sentences that shows us a sudden or strong feeling, that type of sentences are called exclamatory sentences. And these kind of sentences always end with an exclamation mark. We have exclamation mark at the end of these kind of sentences. You can see here the mark that I have mentioned here in red color is a mark of exclamation. For example, how beautiful this rose is. This sentence shows us sudden feeling or emotion. And next, you can see here we have exclamation mark at the end of all these sentences. Next one is how sweetly she sings. Next, what a huge fish. And next one, what an interesting story it was. You can see, students, all these sentences shows us sudden or strong emotion. That's why all these sentences are exclamatory sentences. Next kind is interrogative sentence. A sentence that asks a question is called an interrogative sentence. So students, whenever you can see a question in any kind of sentence, that kind of sentence is called interrogative sentence, and it always ends with question mark. Okay, and it can be positive or negative. Let's see the structure. WH word plus helping verb plus subject plus verb plus object. It means an interrogative sentence can be a WH question and begins with words like when, why, who, where, and it can be a question which can be answered with yes or no. These kinds of sentences always starts with helping verb. Okay students? It means an interrogative sentence can be start with WH word or helping verb. Let's see the examples. Do you like reading? You can see this sentence starts with helping verb and have question mark at the end. It is a positive sentence also. Next, don't you like reading? This sentence also starts with helping verb and it has don't. That shows it is a negative sentence. And both these sentences have question mark at the end. Go to the next one. Why did you met her yesterday? Here you can see our question starts with WH word. Okay, and have question mark at the end. It is a positive sentence. Next, why didn't you meet her yesterday? Here this sentence also starts with WH word and have question mark at the end, and here we have didn't. That shows it is a negative sentence. Next example, where is your book? And next, what is your name? Both these sentences starts with WH word and have question mark at the end. From all these examples, it is clear that every sentence begins with capital letter. A full stop is placed at the end of every declarative and imperative sentence, and a question mark is placed at the end of every interrogative sentence. An exclamation mark is placed at the end of every exclamatory sentence. Now it's time to do some exercises. Exercise 1. Read the sentences given below. Write in the space D for declarative, I for interrogative, I am for imperative, and EX for exclamatory sentences. Number 1. Keep off the grass. You can see here we have full stop at the end, and this sentence shows us a order, and that's why it is an imperative sentence, and we have to write here I am. Go to the next one. How old is your elder sister? You can see here we have question mark at the end, and this sentence asks a question, so it is an interrogative sentence. Next, number 3. Honesty is the best policy. You can see this sentence declares something and have full stop at the end, so it is a declarative sentence, so we have to write here D. Go to the next one. How foolish I have been. And here we have exclamation mark at the end, so it is an exclamatory sentence, and we have to write here EX. Go to the next one. The earth goes round the sun. This sentence is a statement. It states something, it tells us something, so it is a declarative sentence, so we have to write here D. Next, All that glitters is not gold. It also declares something, so we have to write here D because it is a declarative sentence. Let's see next example. Will you please allow me to sit down here? Have full stop at the end. You can see in this sentence we have word please that shows it is a request. So it is an imperative sentence. So we have to write here I am. Next, how do you do? Have question mark at the end. And whenever we have question mark at the end, it shows it is an interrogative sentence. So we have to write here I. Next, what a horrible sight it was. You can see here we have exclamation mark at the end, and this sentence shows us a sudden feeling. So it is an exclamatory sentence. So we have to write here EX. Next, how many people were there? Here we have question mark at the end. So it is an interrogative sentence. Next exercise, rewrite each of these sentences. There is something missing in all of them. You can see, students, here we have some sentences that have some errors, and we have to remove that errors, and we have to write that sentence again in correct way. First one, how sweet this rose smells. You can see here we have a sentence that starts with small letter, and this is not the right way. We always start every sentence with capital letter. So we have to write here capital H, and we have to mention exclamation mark at the end because this sentence shows us a sudden feeling. Next, what is the time by your watch? Students, this is a sentence that asks a question, so it is an interrogative sentence. First of all, we have to start this sentence with capital letter. So we will write here W capital, and we also have to mark question mark at the end. Next, shut the door, Roshan. You can see this sentence shows us an order. So it is an imperative sentence. First of all, we have to start this sentence with capital letter. So we have to write shut starts with capital letter, and then at the end we have to mark full stop because it is an imperative sentence, and all imperative sentences ends with full stop. Next, who was knocking on the door? Here someone asking a question. So it is an interrogative sentence. We have to write capital W, and also we have to mark question mark at the end. Next, you must never lie or cheat. Students, this sentence shows us an advice. So it is an imperative sentence, and all the imperative sentences end with full stop. So we have to mark here full stop at the end, and we also have to write Y capital in the beginning because all sentences always starts with capital letter. Next, may God bless you with good health. Here we have to mark exclamation mark at the end, and we start with capital letter capital M, and here we have word God, and whenever we have word God in any sentence, we always start with capital letter. So we write here G capital for God. Next, who has taken my pen without permission? Here we have first error. We have to start this sentence with capital letter. So W of who will be capital. And next, because this is a question type sentence, so we have to mark question mark at the end. Next, what a thrilling movie it was. This sentence shows us a sudden feeling, so we have to mark exclamation mark at the end, and we must start this sentence with capital letter. Next, don't make a noise. Here you can see it is an order, so we have to mark full stop at the end, and we also start this sentence with capital letter. Next, the sun went down at 5:30 p.m. This sentence states something, so it is an declarative sentence. So we have to mark full stop at the end, and we also start this sentence with capital T. That's all for today, and I hope the topic is clear to you. And keep learning and keep studying. Thank you so much for joining the class.